This is Miss Kilby with COSM 1050 hair coloring. So today we are going to do foil retouch. So your lady has 2 inches of new growth and she has a weave pattern. So all of these have to be weaved, right? So you're taking your comb and you're going up and down, up and down, up and down, making a little zigzag. The faster you do your zigzag, the closer the pieces are going to be together, okay? So she's about 50-50. So don't do like 2 or 3 chunks. I want you to do several little tiny weaves in these, okay? And so the very first thing I want you to do is I want you to section her head into 9 sections, okay? 9 sections. You got 3 in the back, so it's just like a basic perm wrap. That's exactly how you want to section it, just like that. You got 1 in the center and 1 on each side in the back. And then the front, of course, is the front and left quadrant and the top, okay? So that's just split right across the top. Okay, so whenever you're doing these videos, wherever you're working at, that's where the camera needs to be facing. So if you're working on this quadrant, you need to have it back here. Don't have it back here working behind it, because if you work behind it and I can't see what you're doing, I'm going to have to make you redo the task, okay? So the very first thing we're going to do is start in the center back. We always start at the back, at the nape, and work our way all the way to the front, okay? And so our lady, the first foil we're going to do, so she's about, I say she's got a few highlights about 50-50, you know, maybe 40-50, more dark than, or 40-60, more dark than light. And so she wears her hair pulled up, so we want to make sure that we get 1 on her hairline there. So you're going to take about 1/4 of an inch section. And you're going to do little weaves. She's got 2 inches of new growth, so she's got that much new growth. So you're going to take your comb and go in just like that. So your foils, your weaves should be like that, real tiny. Tiny foil, tiny weaves. And so we took that 1/4 of an inch section and we're going to weave out of the 1/4 of an inch section. Only on the hairline are we going to do that. Okay. Just going to take my foil and I'm going to wrap it over the tip of my comb, and I'm going to put it really snug and tight up under there, and I'm going to hold it down really tight. So you're going to pull the hair like you and your sister's in a fight. Okay. So you want to hold it really tight and snug. And so you want to put it not on the end, almost to the end, down 2 inches. Okay, if you put it all the way to the end, what happens is the product bleeds onto the scalp, and then you're going to have zebra stripes. So you're going down 2 inches, you're going to kick that hair over to the right, and then you're going to put right up to the edge there. Put your comb down there, crease the bottom. That'll make it snug. And then put your comb there and fold over. And put your comb there and fold over. That's going to make it nice and tight. That'll keep it from slipping, okay, if you do it too. So look, that's on the hairline. The next one, you're going to take about a 2 inch section, about like that, and let it down, okay? Okay, from that 2 inch section that we just let down, we are going to take a 1/4 of an inch subsection off this. So just like that. So we're taking a 1/4 of an inch subsection off of that. That's what we're going to do our foil in. This right here has to go down. So whenever you do highlights, you have dark in the hair. This is your dark that you're letting down, okay? So I took a 2 inch subsection there, 2 inches, and then from that one, I'm going to hold it up, and I'm going to take me a 1/4 of an inch out of that, and I'm going to drop that and leave that down. That's going to be your natural. And then I'm going to weave this 1/4 of an inch subsection really small like I did before, and I'm going to lay that down with it, okay? And take my comb, fold it over the top, stick it all the way to the scalp. I'm going to hold it down really tight, and I'm going to go almost to the end, but not to the end. If you go to the end, it's going to cause the hair to bleed. It will cause the product to bleed onto the hair, and you're going to have zebra stripes. So I'm going down 2 inches. I'm going to kick it to the side, and I'm going to fold it over, and my ends are going to meet right here. If you put the color all the way to the ends, it's going to be on the scalp, and it's going to be out of the foil. And that's not what we want to happen. Going to crease both of your sides. That's going to make it nice and snug. Okay? Again, I'm going to take the 2 inches. You're going to take 1/4 of an inch off of that 2 inches that you just let down. You're going to take 1/4 of an inch subsection straight across. Leave that out. That does not supposed to have color on it. It's dark. That's your natural. That's what's going to give you dimension in the foil. You're going to do tiny zigzags. You're going to put it over your comb. Pull your comb out. You're holding that really nice and tight. You're going to put it almost to the edge, but not to the edge. Leave it about 1/8 of an inch off the edge, because the foil is a heat conductor, so it is going to move a little bit up. And what happens if you put it too close is it moves onto the scalp and you'll have zebra stripes. I'm going to put it right to the edge of the foil. And then I'm going to lay my comb over and fold this side. And same on this side, fold it. That's going to make your foil nice and tight, and it's not going to slip. If you'll crease it like that on both sides, it'll keep it from slipping. Again, I'm going to take about a 2-inch slice of hair. Nice straight partings. And then from that one, I'm going to take 1/4 of an inch all the way across. And I'm going to leave all this hair down. All that's her dark. And then I'm going to do really tiny weaves. So I'm moving my comb up and down in a zigzag motion really fast. That makes tiny weaves. I mean, you don't have to do it really fast. You'll get to where you're really fast at it. Fold that over my spooling comb. And I'm going to hold that down nice and tight. Nice and tight. And going about 1/8 of an inch off the ends. Do not go all the way to the ends. Down 2 inches. She's got 2 inches of new growth. I'm going to kick that over to the side. And then I'm going to put my foil right up to the edge of the foil, the top of the foil. I'm going to hold that with my comb and crease it. And then use my comb to crease my sides over. Just like that. Again, I'm going to go up 2 inches. I'm going to lay this, clip that hair up. I'm going to take my 2-inch subsection that I just took out, and I'm going to take 1/4 of an inch subsection off of that section. All this hair goes down. This is the only part that you're going to weave is the 1/4 inch subsection straight across that you took out. Okay? I'm going to fold that over my foil comb. I'm going to hold that down really tight. I'm going to slip my comb out. I'm holding it with my hand there. And I'm going to apply the product, keeping it 1/8 of an inch off the ends. Down 2 inches. She's got 2 inches of new growth. Make sure that your product's on there. The whole point of doing it, going to kick that over to the side. The whole point of doing the thin sections is you want the product to penetrate all the way through. If you do big fat sections, subsections, the product will not penetrate all the way through, and then you're going to have spots in it that are not colored. Again, I'm going to go up 2 inches, straight across, nice clean partings. And then I'm going to take that whole piece, and I'm going to take me 1/4 of an inch section from that. Okay? I'm going to foil this, and I'm going to leave that dark. So I'm taking it, and I'm doing tiny weaves, because she likes her hair blended. Nice and tight. Pull my comb out. And I'm keeping it off the ends, 1/8 of an inch. She's got 2 inches of new growth. Okay, I'm going to put it on there, kick it over to the side, that tail end part, because it's not getting colored. Then I'm going to take my foil right to the end of my foil. Not over. If you start overlapping your foil, it can cause the product to bleed out on the scalp. Okay, so this is, I got about 2 inches left here. And so I'm going to take my 1/4 of an inch straight across subsection. I'm going to leave all that down. That's going to be dark. And I'm going to weave this section. I'll leave that out. Holding it nice and tight. Sliding that out. And then I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch away from the end of my foil. She's got 2 inches of new growth. Put that on there, and I'm going to kick out that tail end part. And then I'm going to put my foil right to the edge of the top of the foil. Lay my comb down and crease my sides over. This is going to create a very snug fit, and it won't slide down the hair shaft. Okay, so you're going to do the center first. Then you're going to do the right side. And then you're going to do the left side. Okay, again at the bottom, you want to take just 1/4 of an inch section all across the bottom. And I'm going to foil that piece, blended, little weaves. Fold that over my tail end of my foil comb. I'm going to hold it really tight, nice and snug. I'm going to put product on, keeping it 1/8 of an inch away from the end. And she's got 2 inches of new growth. Don't go over the edge of the foil. If you do, the product is going to bleed. Make it nice and even, your ends of your foil, and I'm going to crease it over, and that's going to keep it nice and tight. Okay, I'm going to take me a 2-inch subsection. Let all that down. I'm going to take my section that I just let down, and I'm taking 1/4 of an inch section. I'm leaving all that dark. All that's dark. This right here, my 1/4 of an inch section is where I'm weaving for my highlights. And she's got a retouch. We're doing a retouch. She's got 2 inches of new growth. Really tight, holding it down just like that. Nice and snug to the head. Going 1/8 of an inch to the ends. She's got 2 inches of new growth. Kick that over to the side. Put my foil to the edge of the top. Crease it over. And crease it over again. Both sides. This is going to make it nice and snug, and it won't slip down the hair strand. Okay, so you're going to continue to do that all the way up. All the way up, the whole entire back. So once you do this section, then I want you to come over and do the left side. Do the left back. Once you finish the left back section, so every section you're working on needs to be facing the camera. You need to be filming whatever you're working on. Don't be working on it over here, because if you're working on it over here, I can't see what you're doing, and you'll have to redo the video, okay? So whatever section you're working on, point it towards your camera. So you're doing this one. Then once you get done with that, you're done with the back. So then you can start on this side. So do this side first in the front, then turn it around and do this side in next, and then you're going to do your top last. Okay, do your top last. And so you want to do these back, okay, so they don't come to her face. So you can do them back. If you choose to do them down, that's fine too. You just got to flip that up right there where she can see. Okay. Again, you will do 9. You got 9 sections, 9 quadrants in this. Okay. You got 3 in the back. It's just like a basic perm. You got 3 in the back. 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you got 3 in the front. 1, 2, 3. You're doing the back center first, starting at the nape, working to the crown, and then you'll do the right, working at the nape, working to the crown, then do the back left. Make sure that it's facing whatever area you're working on. Make sure it's recording. Okay, once you get done, then I want you to take your lady, and I want you to spin her. And let me see your foils. Let me see your work. Okay? Once you get done, let me see your work. Once you have let me see her all over and on the top, okay, then I want you to set her back down, and I want to see your foil. I want to see the inside of your foil. So you're going to undo your foil, okay, undo it, and I want to see your work. I want to see that you have done weaving in it and you've only done 2 inches. Okay. Okay, and then you can put it back up. Okay. So at the end, I want to see everything, all the quadrants in the top, and then I want to see this top crown one right here. Tilt your head back a little bit and open it up and let me see what you've done. Okay? And that's it. And you will do 2 of these. 2 foil retouches with 9 quadrants. 2 foil retouches.